All right, this should be fun. It's the Jim Mathis Invitational Men's 400 meters. And we've got some studs on the track right now. Let's start on the inside in lane number 1. He was the NCAA champion in the 800, running for Georgia back in 2023. Turned pro after his freshman season. It is Will Sumner. Lane number 2, Judson Lincoln, the 4th out of Columbia, Maryland. In his first race since April at Virginia Tech, he was the ACC indoor champion in the 200 and 400 this year. Last year, he was the ACC outdoor champ in the 200 and 400s. Great high schooler, a USU 20 champ, a New Balance national champ as well. And again, he runs in lane number 2. Lane 3 belongs to Bryce Deadman, who has a personal best of 44.22. He was nearly there this year. He's already run 44.30. Tokyo and Paris gold medalist, running in the heats of the 4x4. Also a silver in the mixed 4x4 in Paris. He was 5th at Olympic trials last year, and trying to get on a world's team individually for the 2nd straight world championship, made worlds in 2023. Elijah Godwin's next to him. The 25-year-old, built like a linebacker, has been a key part of U.S. 4x4 teams at both World Championships and Olympic Games, where he was bronze medalist in the mixed 4x4 in Tokyo in 2021. Next to him is the 17-year-old Quincy Wilson. Last year set the world U18 record and the U.S. high school record, running 44.20 to finish 6th in the Olympic trials. Got an Olympic gold medal for running in the heats of the men's 4x400. This year, running a ton still. Had a bit of a slow start to the season, but finished very strong. He's run 45.27 this year. He won the New Balance Outdoor National Championship, and again, set up his season to try to keep getting stronger through the summer here and see what he can do at the U.S. Championships coming up. Unfortunately, no, beg your pardon, there he is. For a second, didn't see Steve Gardner in lane number 6. He was just trying to give me a quick scare here. Here is the 29-year-old Stephen Gardner out of the Bahamas. Only thing that has slowed him down the last couple of years is injuries, because when he has been healthy, he's been nearly unbeatable. He was the Tokyo Olympic champion, 2019 world champion. 2023, he was injured at the World Championships in Budapest. 2024, injured before the Olympics. Could not run at the Olympic Games. He had not lost a race all year last year before the Olympics. Healthy again. He's run 45 seconds this season. We'll see what he has in store for us here, running out of lane number 6. Again, a guy a lot of folks are rooting for because he's had to overcome some physical ailments these last couple of years.
One of the greatest athletes we've seen in the 400 meters. I can't wait to see what he puts forth here today, because like you mentioned, if Stevie Gardner is healthy, this is somebody you have to keep your eyes on as you progress towards the summer in Tokyo.
Clock's really important for this guy in lane number 7, Delano Kennedy, the 21-year-old. He finished 2nd last week at Jamaican Championships in the 400, so that would earn you a World Championship spot, but he doesn't quite have the standard yet. He's run 44.91. He needs to hit 44.85 for the World Championship standard and to get himself on that plane to Tokyo and the World Championships. Lane number 8 belongs to Justin Robinson, the 23-year-old out of St. Louis, an Olympic trials finalist last year and U.S. indoor champion in 2023. Was a World Championship gold medalist also in 2023 in the 4x4. And then finally, Michael Cherry in lane number 9, the 27-year-old, 2021 Diamond League Finals champion, Tokyo Olympian, 4th individually, gold in the 4x4. But has not gone sub 45 since 2022. Another one of those guys looking to recapture his top form here in 2025.
You mentioned special athletes when they're healthy. Michael Cherry is another one. So if he's healthy, he's somebody I'm looking for. But I got 2 words for you. They are Bryce Deadman. That's who I've got my eyes on here in the 400 meters.
Again, watching lane 3 for Deadman, who's going 44.30 already this year. Should be an excellent race. Jim Mathis Men's 400-meter Invitational is underway, and it's a good start in lane number 5 for Quincy Wilson. The 17-year-old's already gone past Stephen Gardner on the stagger. Bryce Deadman moving well in lane 3, so it's Wilson and Deadman with Justin Robinson out in 8. They're your best 3 positions so far. Looks like Gardner's finding it a bit here at the 200-meter mark. Can Wilson hold on after that torrid start?
It was this time of the year where Quincy Wilson really set the world ablaze. He's coming down a home stretch for Bryce Deadman. We'll see if he can hold him off.
Wilson and Deadman digging for the line. The 17-year-old Quincy Wilson holds Deadman off, and Quincy Wilson the win in 44.14 unofficially.
Wow.
He breaks his own world U18 record.
Oh, my God. Quincy Wilson.
44.10 is the official time. My goodness. World number 4 at 17 years old. World U18 record. at 17.
This kid is special. We talk about people who are made for moments. We've talked all day about how energetic this crowd is, how hot the track has been, and you bring somebody like Quincy Wilson into this environment, a short trip down from Maryland where he calls home base, and he lights the track on fire.
So a 1/10 of a second improvement on his own world U18 record. He's now the fastest U20, the fourth fastest world U20 runner, along with the fastest ever world U18 runner, 44:10, and he did it flying out of the start. Dedmon ran a strong race like you were expecting, but Wilson gave him nothing down the backstretch.
I'll tell you, so the times went pretty much how I thought they would for Bryce Dedmon. The race, listen, let me tell you the truth. I didn't know if Quincy Wilson had that in him today. He'd run so many races last year. The season hadn't really quite gotten off to the way that he probably would have wanted it to, and I wasn't sure if all of the races were taking a toll on his body, but here he is today to let me and the world know, oh no, we were just getting ready.
44:10. Again, fourth fastest time in the world this year. Only Zakith Nene of South Africa and Americans Caleb McRae and Ja'Cory Patterson have run faster. And to put that time in perspective, that matched the winning time of the Olympic medalist Matthew Hudson Smith to win the Prefontaine Classic last week. Fourth best in the world. There he is with his coach. Executed that plan to perfection. And you think about the pressure that's heaped on you when you do what he did at 16. Dealt with the ups and the downs of the last year, and now faster than he's ever been.
I'm telling you, my mind is still blown. I'm just thinking big picture. You know, like Christopher Bailey, Bryce Dedmon, these guys have been running so well all year, but when you get a guy like Quincy Wilson, who's this electric, who's got the experience from last year and now is coming back again with a year under his belt, and you see the type of performance he put forward today, it lets you know this guy is coming to play. He's going to have something to say about those open 400-meter bids for this upcoming World Championships. I can't wait to see it.
All right, let's hear from the guy who just lowered his own World U18 record, Quincy Wilson's with Serenity.
Quincy, insane run. You got out like your feet were on fire. What was your race strategy coming into today?
I mean, if you go see my races before, I haven't been getting out. My coach been telling me, stay on our process, do what we got to do. And I went out there and shot out like a bullet.
You absolutely did. And we're not here to make it about anybody else, but Quincy, you made up the stagger on an Olympic champion. That says a lot about your tenacity. Speak to maybe what Coach Joe Lee was telling you right before the race.
Of course, I mean, my coach has been by my side, my parents, God. They tell me they got me the right way. I just try to follow their plan.
Quincy, you came through here and touched everybody's hand right after your race. Why?
They were all cheering for me when I seen I was done. So I'm just super thankful, super blessed.
And shout out your community back there at Bullis.
Of course, shout out to everybody in Maryland, shout out to DMV, shout out to Bullis for sure.
Now, we're not going to give you a bottle to pop, but huge congratulations. Go ahead and celebrate. Look, Coach said he'll pop it. Coach is going to pop it.
His coach will pop the champagne here. Remember, he's just 17. Maybe need to get a bottle of sparkling cider for Quincy next year if he comes back to the Murphy meet. Coach gets the pleasure of the shake and celebration here. World U18 record, 44:10. Again, I'm just as impressed that he won that race when it looked like Bryce Dedmon would maybe track him down, and he didn't just hold him off. He got away from him a bit there in the final 50 meters or so.
If you've seen the look in his eyes in that interview, that gave you more context to the last 100 meters of that race. This guy has something to prove. Listen, I'm still mind blown, truthfully, man. I'm trying to find the words to talk about it, but that was truly mind-blowing for me. I'm just so excited for Quincy Wilson and his coach. That kid is special. Listen, he's been taking a lot of college visits, and people have been coming to his home, and I don't know if he's going to be at a university running in the NCAA next fall. Somebody might be paying that kid the big bucks to wear their jersey.
Yeah, the nice thing now in the NIL world is maybe he can get the best of both worlds. You can sign an NIL deal,